I'm Shannon Sturges from Speiser Sturges Acting Studio, and we are here today with Rodolfo Zuniga, who is one of the winners of our $20,000 inaugural short film contest. He was one of our fantastic scripts, and we just want to talk to him about that process, and we're just so excited and can't wait for you to see his film.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm curious, have you written a lot of scripts before? What is your writing journey and what inspired you to write this?
This was my first script I ever wrote. Like, I wrote a little in college, but I wouldn't really count those because those are mandatory and, you know, it's like pulling teeth in school, so I was just like, I'm not doing this.
They're not giving you money.
No, they're not. But I didn't even think I was going to win, so like I said, I just wrote it, and I did have Final Draft Pro because I bought it on sale for Black Friday a couple years back, but I ended up leaving it to dust in my computer because I've never been much of a writer, even in school. Like, I was more of a math and arts kind of guy.
So was it just, what have I got to lose?
Yeah,
like,
that's
really.
Yeah, you know, free entry. Give it a shot, why not? And then the idea for it really was just, I always like stories where death visits the main character. Why
don't you tell them the title of your script in your film?
Why is the Grim Reaper hot? Try to guess.
It's a great title, isn't it? You know, it makes you want to read the script immediately, I've got to say.
There's this Twilight Zone from it wasn't the newest reboot, it was with Forrest Whitaker. I'm not sure you remember that version of Twilight Zone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because there was this episode where Jason Alexander played Death. It was just a cool episode, and I always like stories like that where Death visits.
The very hot Jason Alexander?
No. That's where my story comes into place, because I always just found the idea funny where, what happens if Brad Pitt was attractive in Meet Joe Black.
This is true.
But, you know, I was thinking it'd be funny if having, you know, a little fourth wall break where acknowledging, wow, you really are attractive, and then just asking them out on a date. I just thought that would be very funny, like a very funny bit.
It really was. It was a charming, funny script. One of the requirements of our contest was that whoever wrote the script also had to be in it. They didn't have to be a lead, but I didn't want anybody hiding from the camera. We are an acting studio after all, first and foremost. So, you know, you have two people in your script, so we knew one had to be you.
One had to be me. I'm the lead, of course.
Not the hot Grim Reaper. And so you have another character. Tell us about the casting process for that.
So the funny thing is, when I was writing the script, I did have somebody in mind, but, you know, they're a dream get because they're very successful, very busy.
A very hot former studio member who's not at the studio right now because she's so busy working. So.
Which is a good thing, of course.
Yes.
Very good thing. No, but for the casting process, you know, we reached out to some people we had in mind in the studio and then former studio members, but I uploaded it to Actors Access, which, for those of you who don't know, is the main casting platform, or one of the main casting platforms for actors, and we got over 1,500 submissions.
1,500. It's really crazy for one part.
Like, I wasn't expecting that too. Like, I was like, this is a little project. You know, I did offer some money, of course, you know, for our lead actress. But I was just shocked because right away, because, you know, as soon as I posted it, I remember it was around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and within half an hour, it was already up to like 800, I think.
Wow.
800, and then it just started going up, and then after the full week, it was 1,500 submissions, and
from managers and agents as well.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was also kind of shocked. Like, I kind of felt a little legit in a way. I was like, like all these wonderful actresses with big old resumes on actual projects, not just student films, and I was just like, well, mine's pretty small, but I guess they want to try it out. I guess they really do just love acting.
Yes.
But the thing that I found interesting was how important headshots are, because pretty much it's just a sea of headshots, and it really is. It's unfortunate, but it really is. If it catches your eye, then that's who you choose, honestly. And even if they did catch my eye, I still click on their profile. And that's the thing I also kind of learned is resumes really aren't that important. Yes, it's nice to have because it shows experience, but a reel is much more important than the resume, because even if their headshot looks great, you want to know if they look great in real life also, and have a good voice and everything, and to see if they are a good actor. And it just feels kind of like, since I am an actor myself, you just feel bad because you're like, I want everybody to have a nice shot at this, but no, it really is like, I'm not going to be able to watch all 1,500 people. Right,
absolutely. And I know we had a lot of studio members reach out after they submitted, and then they looked back over the breakdown and realized we were producing it, and they were oh wow, I just submitted for your film. So it was kind of fun.
Yeah, and then I would follow them on Instagram as well. You know, we followed each other already and told, good job on your, and that was you, okay. Another thing that was interesting was the fact that, because I think I ended up accepting about 200 people to do the audition in the first place, and only 100 got back to me. So that's what I found a little funny. I was like, oh wow, like even after confirming with people, I only got 100. So it really does like kind of change the casting and stuff.
Was there anybody you were really interested in who didn't submit an audition?
Yes, there was a couple of people. Yeah. Couple people from the studio especially that we asked, and they were interested, but they just never sent it in. And then we even kind of extended the deadline as well, like, oh, you know, we got our callbacks in, but if you still want.
Fear of failure is a real thing, and self-sabotage can, you know, that's an interesting thing.
Yeah, and then from those 100 that submitted, we chose about, I believe, about 30 people from Actors Access, and then a couple more from the studio, and then that's when we had callbacks in person and through Zoom.
You saw people from all over the country, pretty much.
Yeah, we had some actresses from New York. Actually, I think that was the main coast, California, and then a couple people from New York. And they're willing to fly out, which is kind of crazy to me. And I was like, all right. Like,
I think one of the things that I discovered was how much talent there is out there. I mean, the people, the actors who didn't end up getting booked, most of them were fantastic.
Yeah, like,
it's just whatever reason it maybe didn't have quite the chemistry with you, or they were wonderful, but they just weren't what we saw as the character. But they were still fantastic actors. So I really, as an acting teacher, I wanted to make sure that all of those actors knew how fantastic they were, and that it was not anything that they could have done better or differently to have been cast, I think.
Yeah, like the funny thing is, I think we talked about it before, that a lot of these actresses, they would have been right for the role, but it would have kind of changed the script, like the little vibe. Like they each brought something different to the role.
Right.
But we found a great actress that was just wonderful, and
that's Shanti Fiennes, right?
Shanti Fiennes. We'll joke that it was because she had a British accent. That's what she got.
Which she didn't really use in the final product, did she?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
It was during the callback.
But she was trying to.
I think she was trying to Americanize it. We're like, no, we love your British accent, and she kept it, and it was wonderful. Kind of added a little charm and comedy to the character, because you know.
It really did. She was fantastic. You guys will see, I hope. And so what was it like then on set, ultimately?
It was a strange experience, because we ended up filming at my house. It was great, though. Maybe that's what helped, because I was in my own element, so I was still kind of stressing out, because, you know, it was my first ever short film that I produced, I guess, right?
Yes.
And wrote, starring, and stuff like that. First of everything. But yeah, I guess it was strange just having a whole crew at the house, you there, you know.
I wasn't going to have it go out and not have it be the best acting from both of our actors with my name on it, you know.
But no, I think I talked to you about it, but the funny thing is, it did kind of feel a little uneventful and anticlimactic in a way, because it really was just like, no, everybody was doing their job, setting up for scenes, and then, you know, just in between takes, and then we would just do our takes, you would give us notes once in a while, and yeah. And then even at the end of the day, I told you, like, I felt like I should have done more, I guess. It really did just feel too easy in a way, eerily too easy.
Which people who might not study with me, I want it to be easy. I don't want to see anybody acting. I want to make it seem as if we are just catching you in a moment in your life. Now, for you, it's a moment where death shows up, and death is extremely hot. So, a slightly unusual situation.
Yeah, especially in my own home, which I would hope wouldn't happen.
And what about, how are you doing the post? Is that different than expected, or your editor's working on that? Are you involved in that?
Yeah, I'm a lot more hands-off on that type of process, because our wonderful DP, Josh Quintero, give him a shout out.
Thanks, Josh.
So he's editing right now, and he actually messaged me the other day. He's like, oh, we're really close to like a rough cut. So I'm hoping to see that. Maybe by the end of this week, we'll have a chance to look at it. But I'm also, I guess the production part that I am a part of, or post-production, is finding somebody to score it. And then I've had a lot of wonderful people reach out to me and show me their samples, and it's the same thing with actors. It's like, oh, now I'm gonna have to pick somebody.
Well, it's hard to reject. I mean, hopefully the best one, you'll have room in the budget for it.
No, of course, and then same thing, and they're all wonderful. They're all, they're all very accommodating. Like, oh no, like we know this is your first short film. Just let us know how many minutes of. That's the thing I didn't realize. Like, oh, just let me know how many minutes you want me to produce. I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm like.
I don't know how long it'll be. I don't know what scenes you'll need.
And the funny thing is, lately, whenever I've been watching a movie or anything, I've been like trying to listen to the score. I'm like, so how much music are they using? I was just thinking, wow, our short's gonna be probably about 10 to 15 minutes. So, and if we reflect, the amount of time. Maybe let's just say only 2 minutes of score. So maybe, well, like I said, we'll see how the final product turns out.
Fantastic. Is there anything that I haven't asked that you want to share about this? Do you wish you'd asked for more money? Do you wish, I'm sure everybody who submitted wished that they had asked for more money because things are more expensive than people realize. But any lessons? Will you submit again?
Oh yeah, well, if you're allowed to let me submit again, I'd be willing to do it again. But of course, I don't want to take away, because if I am really that good, apparently, I don't want to take away from other possible winners, you know.
Hopefully this will open more doors for you. That's ultimately one of my goals in this is I have so many amazing, talented students, and sometimes you need to make your own breaks. Sometimes you have to create your own content and go out there, and it'd be nice if everybody was beating down our doors to hire us as actors, but you know, now you've got a calling card.
Yeah, no, that's the thing I'm kind of excited about,
you know?
Because we talked about it before in private, but just like, I kind of feel like this year I've been finally starting to move forward in my career, which feels kind of nice. You know, I've been on a weight loss journey, and then just feel like we've been hitting a lot of breakthroughs recently, and just I'm excited for this project. Hopefully I'll get new headshots, because I think that's a big lesson just from casting, is just headshots truly are important.
Yeah.
They truly are. Like, so that's the thing, if you start thinking like, why am I not getting called in? It might just be, unfortunately, your headshot.
Right, yeah. Or if you're not going further, maybe your headshot doesn't look like you. You've got a great headshot, but it doesn't look like the roles you're going to be going up for. That's not good either.
Oh, that's the thing we forgot to bring up. Like, when we were doing our callbacks, a lot of actresses looked way better in person. And of course, they were beautiful in their headshots, but then in person, like, oh wow, like your headshot doesn't do you justice. So.
Right. Yeah, it was really interesting, and we still brought them in. So yeah, I think you don't want to disappoint the people in real life. But,
no, yeah.
I'm like, oh, your picture was really pretty, but most of the actresses that we saw were more attractive in real
so
life.
the casting process was the thing I learned the most, because it was just daunting. So much more respect to casting directors out there, because you want everybody to do well. That's the thing that I also noticed during our callbacks, where it's just like the actress comes in and we're like, oh right, we want you to do well, because we want the job to be easier for us as well.
So how's that changed your auditions?
I guess I've been a lot more calm, which is good. Like, I don't really worry too much about it anymore. If anything, I do stress out still more about my setup, because I do it in my tiny garage, and my mom's always moving stuff in there because, you know, it's more of a storage room. So I always need to set it up and make sure the lighting's good. But for my takes themselves, I actually had 2 auditions this past week, which is a good week for me. But like you said, let it go. I know you tell us not to want the job, but it's kind of hard. It's like, oh, this will be nice, pay the bills. If I get it, I won't have to find a real job. But no, like, I really only did 2 takes at the most, and I felt good about both of them. And if anything, a lot of the first takes felt way better than the second one, honestly. So it was just nice. It was just boom, 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 and so I feel better in my auditions, honestly.
How did Speiser, Sturges support you in this journey?
The money, no.
That's true.
No, but
I signed that check.
But for the funny thing is, you prepared me so well that the actual acting part was very uneventful on shoot day.
Yay.
Like, luckily we also did workshop it the couple days before to make sure me and my lead actress had good chemistry, maybe some blocking. But if anything, I think I stressed out more about catering, about what I was going to feed the crew, because it was pretty.
It's very important.
It was very
Feeding
important.
the crew is very important.
The most important thing. A happy crew makes a better set. But on the day of, it really was just do our scene. Maybe you would give us a note or not, and then really was just boom, 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 scene again. And it really just felt. At the end of the day, I even told you, I think I should have done more, because it felt really anticlimactic in a way, because it really was. I was a little bit too prepared, I guess. I'm not sure if that's a bad thing.
You were not too prepared. You were, it felt easy because you had done the work, you had prepared yourself. It was the knowledge that I think you had gotten from the studio, from technique all the way up to master class, and I think you just, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, so if you want acting to feel too easy, come here.
It might take you a while, but we'll get you there.
I'm supported in a way where I know my ability. I like to think I am a very good actor. It might sound cocky to say. I know you tell us not to be cocky, but I would like to say I think I am a good actor now.
But that's not cocky, saying you're a good actor. It's truthful. I like to say, I never talk about cocky, I say confidence without arrogance.
Yeah, that's the support that I would like to think that you give me. It's just truly just my confidence and my ability to deliver in my profession, because this is my job now. Like you said, we're actors, we're professional actors. So, but no, of course you were also supportive in the financial for this project, of course, but because she is a wonderful teacher, you know.
Thank you.
She didn't pay me to say that. Best coach in not even LA, the world, I would like to say.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I like with that?
Just truly confidence in myself, like you tell us all the time. You give us permission to be better actors. That's all I have to say.
Well, great.
I'm excited for people to hopefully watch the film, submit to film festivals, maybe win more money. I don't think you really win money, but more notoriety, that'll be good.
That's awesome. Maybe get a fantastic
And then one more word
agent.
is to say just thank you, Shannon, for this opportunity. And I would like to say I'm first place, well, for my ego. I told my parents I'm first place, like, oh, okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
And we're rolling? The homies? Okay. Oops. Sturges. I gotta do that again
Yeah, that's
without
good,
looking
too.
at you. That